very warm welcome. Thank you for inviting us to propose our project Seize Mind. We are Mental Health Europe, the umbrella organization, and this is David Baller, this is Manuela Giedinger, Lisa Fuchs here on my side, and Precious Nancy and me, Helena Brennert. We're going to present you our project, Seize Mind. We have a dream. We have a dream that each and every child can grow up in diversity, can grow up with the equal opportunities, can grow up without being stigmatized if he or she was born with a mental disease, was born with ADHD, was born with special needs or special potentials. In the European Union, diversity is one of the core values. But if we really think about it, do we really live diversity? Is there room for diversity? Or is it actually one of the biggest problems that is there if you look into children? One of those children is called Paul, and shall be our metaphor for this presentation.
So we, the Mental Health Europe, we tried to come up with a scientifically based structure to easily explain what exactly is Paul's problem. Paul is a child who's surrounded by, on one hand, the inner circle, so his parents and his teachers who are his safe haven, they want to help him, but they lack the understanding. And on the other hand, the community and the society, including also his classmates, who, well, they don't really understand what's the difference, why is he acting different? So they stigmatize against him. And both these lead to frustration on one hand and exclusion from society on the other hand, and they both feed into more severe symptoms and then even worse performance in school and even more special educational needs, and it's a vicious cycle that keeps going around and around and feeding into itself. In the past, Paul was called stupid, was called crazy, was called careless because he always gets bad grades and he always just doesn't pay attention. But finally, medicine put a definition to that. Paul is not really crazy or stupid. It's just that his brain functions a little bit different. His talents lie maybe in other areas that are not addressed and are not covered. The ICD, which is the International Classification of Disease 10, acknowledged the existence of two diseases, ADHD, which is attention deficiency and hyperactivity disorder, and learning disabilities, which are difficulties in reading and writing language. This is why we picked our target group. Our target group are children living with ADHD and or learning disabilities, because sometimes they coexist in the same case, and we choose the age group from 6 to 10, which is the primary school children, because it's the age at which the first symptoms start to appear. If you think it's not a really big problem, then you're really mistaken, because the numbers will shock you. So the prevalence rate for ADHD was estimated to be 8 to 12% of all children in primary school, and that of learning disabilities was estimated to be 5 to 17% of children worldwide. This all adds up to 6.5 million children just in Europe affected by some level of the disease. It might be more severe in others or less severe, so maybe not really diagnosed, but it is there, and it is a huge problem affecting 1 in every 4 children. But we have good news for you. We found a solution. SeeSmind is now going to address the problem that we showed you, and you remember it was quite complex with different layers, but we made sure to cover all these layers. SeeSmind will create an ambassador system, we call it, that will reach out to 61,000 Poles out there in Europe that are in desperate need for help. We will rely on information, training, and communication to reach our objective, which is to reduce the stigmatization against children with special educational needs, especially ADHD and/or learning disabilities. What are we going to offer? We will go into details about this later, but I'm just going to give you a little hint to keep you on your toes. So we're going to offer an ambassador system that is going to spread throughout Europe and teach the inner circle, basically, but we will get into details about that. And then we will provide the communication platform to make sure that the information keeps going around and also reach to the public through a web campaign. When we were trying to pick countries, we tried to go all across Europe. So we chose 1 from North Europe and 1 from West and 1 from South. And we also tried to choose 1 that had best practice examples so that the other 2 countries, Austria and Italy, could follow in the shoes of Sweden, which in this case is the best practice example country. We also made sure to collaborate and form partnerships with 11 partners all across Europe who will help us with different aspects of the project.
So let us go into the detail of the concept we evolved. So we have the inner circle and the outer circle, and the special thing, the unique selling proposition of our project is to really tackle all the layers on a systemic level. In the inner circle, we're going to have parents and teachers. How are we going to tackle them? Through education, through further training. We're going to build up the SeeSmind method that's going to be developed by experts, sent to messengers. So these are going to be ambassadors in each and every country, spreading to their own schools, then doing new seminars, those seminars going to the parents, and finally reaching the children and also society. So information, the whole product will be spread throughout the whole country. The next product we have here is one of our core projects because it's fostering communication. It's an app. It's very, very new. It's an app and internet so that all layers, parents, teachers, but also ambassadors and also the expert level can communicate with each other. This platform also serves a lot of information so that the whole public can actually enter it and get more information on the specific diseases. Then we have a very special one, the coloring book, that's going to link all the communication channels. Then we have the web campaigning, that is, as you see with this arrow, mainly targeting the whole society. So that also on the whole society level and the media and the public, it's all going to work together and fostering the child's development. So let's look into detail. The training. We've got a 4-tier system. We start with the acquisition, of course. In all the 3 countries, we're going to promote this project. In this project, then, each and every country in the next 4 years is going to educate 90 ambassadors. Those ambassadors got a training, it's called Mind to Change. This Mind to Change is going to go further to the teachers. So the messengers together with the experts are going to do seminars on the decentralized layer of the countries in the schools directly. So there's going to be a lot of knowledge going to be created. And also there's going to be info sessions and evening sessions with the parents so that also parents know what is going on, what challenges are out there. 1 of 4 children is suffering or is dealing in some kind of way with all those symptoms. So it's very, very urgent. Then we're going to have the app and web that's going to link all the layers. And then we come to the special communication channel, the coloring book. So what we came up is we're going to do a competition with the University of Vienna to create an artsy coloring book that's actually one of the teaching materials that we from SEA's Mind are going to give to the teachers. It's a coloring book, it's going to be their homework, but at the end of this coloring book, there are specific questions that the children need to solve together with the parents. So children need to start talk with their parents. Parents need to start gathering information from the app. So everything is linked together, so we also grant that it's gonna be successful. And then, last but not least, very important, our web campaigning. We're gonna do a whole structure in the web. So we're gonna go on YouTube, we're gonna go into all the social media platforms, and we've developed a special strategy. But going on, how much can we actually reach? As I told you, 270 messengers will be reached. Those messengers will get an expert level after 4 years. So just imagine what new knowledge you create, what new system, also from the sustainability perspective onwards. You're going to educate roughly 3,000 teachers in all the 3 countries. So 1,000 each country. 66,000 students can then be reached in the age of 6 until 10, at least. So we calculated this is the worst case scenario. So there's potential. And then we're going to reach even 100,000 parents. In total, we're going to have 169,270 EU citizens that are going to be reached with SEA's Mind. But let's look into the project management. So how is everything really built up? We have a plan that is always plan, implement, evaluate. So what is really important for us is to have the evaluation steps in there. We're going to go into that in a second. We have got the project management here, and then we have all our working packages listed here. So you want to invest 5 million. So you also want to know where it's going to be spent, right? One of the biggest shares, of course, is going to be the personnel, because lots of expert levels are going to be involved. So this is going to take up 39%. For the project management, we're going to use 7%. Marketing is going to be 21%. And last but not least, it's very important, the evaluation part is 13%. So we can also come up with an expert level strategy on also creating scientific papers that are going to be published as well.
Now we're getting into more details of how we're going to evaluate the effect of each tool or each product offered by the project. So if we start first by the training here, we will measure this by 4 different tools. First is questionnaires to measure the understanding of teachers before implementing the project and after, to then know how much they learned. Second tool is to see the grades and how they changed, the grades of the affected children in the classrooms and how they changed from the era before implementing and after implementing the project. And third is to have observers observing the classroom and then make comments about the classroom environment. And last but not least, have the children talk with psychological evaluators who are going to write comments about their psychological state also before and after. Second thing was the app and intranet, and also the ad campaign, which we're going to evaluate by the number of clicks and the length of stay per visit on these web pages. And the third is the comic book, which we're going to evaluate through the questions at the end of the book. So it's a qualitative measure. We're going to read the answers of the children and make sure that the children actually got what the whole message is about. All this would feed into less stigma, and to measure stigma we also have a tool, because there is out there one valid questionnaire that has been being used for some time, so we want to use the same questionnaire and for the ADHD and develop a similar one for learning disabilities. Second is the sustainability. How are we going to make sure that the project keeps running after the 4 years? So this we divide into 2 parts. First, the knowledge sustainability, which we are going to make sure is going to be there because we create these ambassadors who are going to be the seed and then look after the expanding of this project in their local chapters and make sure that the knowledge keep flowing down to the generations. And the second is that our very long-term aim is that we lobby for the importance of actually changing teachers' curriculum to involve knowledge and tools of how to include all children, even those with special educational needs. Then we don't really have to fundraise for the project because it will be integrated into the system. Second is the financial sustainability, and we have plans to make sure it's covered through having research institutes invest in our project because then they can use our results collected over the 4 years, and also addressing corporates who look for possible social programs to invest in because it's part of their CSR, corporate social responsibility. And last but not least, use the platform for advertisement, so use all the social media platform that we use to put advertisement, and then it can also generate some money for us. In short, our aim is to see children living without being stigmatized, no matter how different they are, and just putting into consideration that they have talents in different fields.
So, you remember Paul from the video, dividing all 5 million for all the children we could reach. It would be only 75 euros to invest in one Paul. And isn't Paul's life worth investing? With only 75 euros invested, we can start to seize every child's special mind. Victor Hugo, he also said it. Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Seize mine. Seize children's special mind. Thank you. So if you have any questions, we would love to answer them.
I just want to know, like you said, like there will be experts and then those who are going to train ambassadors. Who will be those ambassadors?
Those ambassadors will be teachers from all the countries, so from Sweden, from Austria, and from Italy. They are going to be involved, like it's 90 over all the 4 years, so it's 25 each year that we need to recruit and acquire from each and every country. And there in each and every country, as we have our umbrella organizations, we have already got the structuring for it, and they already do the whole further development of teachers. So there is actually a whole pool already that we could address. And that's who's going to be the trainers for the teachers. So basically the expert level. So psychological experts together with teachers from the local schools are going to then do seminars for their own teachers in the school. And there's going to be a constant follow-up by the expert level. So we also grant that the quality is in there as well. And the nice thing about it is that the teachers, of course, if there's any issue coming up, they don't just have the app where they can communicate to the expert, but they can also communicate to the ambassador directly in your school or in your school district, as it's organized like that. So they always have the communicative platform really, really close to where they need it.
And is there a selection criteria for those ambassadors, or it will be just random?
Of course, there is a selection criteria. We're also going through that already. However, we first need to really look into the first year. That's going to be the main pilot phase. How many people are actually interested? So if there are 400, we need to come up with stricter criteria, of course, and build that up. So this is the pilot phase to it, and it's going to be the first 6-month trial.
You're mentioning you're focusing on the age group 12 to 14, I think.
No, 6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Primary school.
Yeah, primary school. So is there any reason you're focusing
Yes.
on that group, or could you expand on that?
We especially thought, like Nancy said before, that those illnesses especially start at a very early stage, like at the age of 3 or something. So, and we thought investing in children is a very good thing to do because they will build up our society later, our economy. So when we start there to invest in productivity in those children, we can later on sustain the productivity of our economy, hopefully. And that's why we started in a very early stage.
There was one special element in your program, this paint book, color book, how do you call it? What is the concrete purpose of this book? I didn't know that.
Well, the coloring book is just to shed the light to other children who might judge their colleagues and then call them names, that everyone have their strength and maybe they're not getting the highest grades, but maybe they excel in sports, or maybe they cannot read, but they can really paint beautiful paintings. So it's about the life of Paul. And Paul is really like not able to sit on a chair and always getting very bad grades, but when they had to compete in a football match, he was the one who got all the goals. So it sends a message that you should always appreciate your friend, even if he's not excelling in the same areas that you are excelling in. This is basically the message behind the book. Lessons. And it will be a series of books. So every semester it would be about, like more than one book published and distributed to children. And at the end of the book there would be questions asking like a little bit about the disease, what they understand, but these kids will not have the knowledge, so they have to go back to their parents, and we will provide the website with all the right information. So then the parents also get educated in a passive way. So we reach to the children and through them to their parents.
Okay, now that is kind of feedback loop.
Yeah.
And it's also linked to the app because the questions can be answered via the app.
Yeah,
So
and
you're going to find the answers on it. So you have a
complete cycle, and it's also one of the evaluation tools. So reading the answers to the questions, we can always evaluate how well these children grasped the message, and then see where is the weaknesses and try to address them in the next book.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done, and congrats on the plan grades.
Thank you.
I hope we are going to see each other in the